Hello. Sorry, I didn't realize this was recording yet. It is. Hello, everybody, and yeah, thank God I finally made it back. I'm sitting here and the camera's rolling. So hello again, everyone, and happy New Year to you all. It's the 20th of January, which is ridiculously late to be doing this video. But I am going to just start off with my kind of 2011 notables, mentionable things, products I really liked, products I discovered, brands I discovered, that sort of thing. So I'll get straight into it because, as ever in my life, time is of the essence. So with skincare, this year my big discovery, I think, was Kiehl's, the brand Kiehl's, a very sort of natural brand. They certainly do tend to base their products on very natural things. So I found their products really, really nice to use. I haven't had any issues with any of the products I've tried from their line, and I have tried a few, and that's quite unusual. It's rare for me to be able to say I tried something and had absolutely no reaction to it. So that was amazing. So two products in particular which I got relatively recently, about a month ago, and really am loving and would love to recommend to you, would be, the first thing would be their line reducing eye brightening concentrate. Now this contains 10.5% vitamin C, and it also contains haloxyl, which is again another anti-aging ingredient. Vitamin C is a very powerful antioxidant, so I use this for nighttime, and I find it absolutely very good in terms of reducing any puffiness, dark circles, fine lines. Yes, they are certainly slightly reduced, and that's the first time I think I've ever been able to say that consistently with an eye product. I have a little sort of crow's feet starting here, which thankfully you can't see, but they are there, and so I'm using this to see if it can reduce them at all. Great. If not, sure, well, it's not the end of the world. I can live with them. But yeah, it's an excellent eye product, and really would like to recommend that. And this one is the Overnight Biological Peel, which has a lot of hyaluronic acid. It contains urea. It contains various enzymes which do the peeling, which do the actual resurfacing work for you. I had to stop using AHAs because they became just too harsh for my skin after a while. Even at 5%, they were actually irritating my skin. So I started using this instead, and I've absolutely found it wonderful. I use it about twice a week, and I use my Clarisonic every day as well. So with that, I find I have no problem with dryness, flakiness. My skin is smooth. It looks bright. It's absolutely wonderful. So Biological Peel is absolutely ace. It's brilliant. For my hair, just things I just want to mention for my hair. I thought that when I discovered Moroccan oil, I wasn't going to find anything else I would ever find any better. But these products have changed my mind about that. I got these for Christmas, and they are absolutely wonderful. It's the Aveda Damage Remedy Restructuring Shampoo, and this is the conditioner. So this is the daily conditioner that you use along with the shampoo. There is also a restructuring conditioner. Sorry, this is a restructuring conditioner, and then this is like an intensive treatment that you use maybe once a week, just to give it an extra boost. So absolutely wonderful products. My hair has never been better. I colour my hair regularly, and I change the colour of it from red to plum to brown to whatever quite often. So it does get dry, and certainly I often use the Scalp Benefits shampoo from Aveda, which does dry my hair out after a little while, although it's great for dandruff. But this just fixes everything. So Damage Remedy, and it lasts for ages as well. It's expensive, but you only need a tiny bit. So that's a wonderful product, and that is my favourite hair product of the whole year. These two guys here, absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to makeup, because there's a lot of stuff. Probably the most significant discovery of the year for me was and I've mentioned this faithfully in almost all my Favourites videos since I got it, is the Skin 79 Super Plus Beauty Balm. This is absolutely brilliant. It just gives your skin a great finish when you don't want a huge amount of coverage. For me, it's fantastic for the weekends. I just throw it on. I can go out. I have the SPF in it. You get a lovely soft focus effect from it without looking made up. It's moisturizing. You can feel it benefiting your skin as you wear it. It's absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't wear it with makeup because it would probably be a little bit too, it would make my skin too oily. But sometimes what I've done is just wear this and a little bit of concealer or a little bit of mineralized skin finish natural over the top, and it's absolutely wonderful. So that is absolutely my star product of the year. I love it. For bases then, makeup primers, two that I have that I've really loved using this year, and the first one, as you can see, I have used quite a bit of it, and it's the Guerlain Meteorites Pearls Primer. Now this is quite a sort of silicone rich primer, but it also has all these little iridescent bits inside, so you get quite not a very iridescent finish, but certainly an iridescent subtle glow to your skin when you apply this. And then obviously it makes your foundation look very nice when you put it on over it. So I really like this primer, and I'm making my way through that at the moment. For days when I feel particularly oily, I want to avoid silicone as much as possible on my skin. So for those days then, I have been using the Charade silicone-free Vitamin E Face Primer, which is absolutely brilliant. It has a gorgeous lemony, citrusy scent. It feels sort of tightening on the skin, very moisturizing, very, very fresh, lovely product to use. So that is brilliant if you want a silicone-free option there. It's really great. Probably my favorite foundation of the year has got to be the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. This is in the shade BR20. Now you cannot get the BR shades in the UK or Ireland, which is completely stupid, because if there's ever anywhere you're going to find people with pink skin tones, pink undertones, it's going to be here. Yet the ones you can buy in Ireland are all yellow based. I bought the B20 initially and I found it just too yellow for me. I can make it work, but it's not great. So this is the one that I use, and I think it's a pretty good match for my skin tone. You can see how white I am. I am like a ghost. So yeah, that is a wonderful foundation. Very, very easy to blend onto the skin. Blends best with your fingers. Light to medium coverage, but quite buildable. And again, it is quite a silicone rich product, so it does give you a nice finish. It does last quite well, and it's very, very nice. Never looks cakey. You never look overdone in this foundation, and I love it. So I made a significant dent in that bottle, and that will be probably empty pretty soon. Okay, for concealers and whatnot, the only concealer I've used consistently, and I don't use a lot of concealer, but when I do use concealer, I use MAC Pro Longwear, and this has not been beaten for me this year. As I speak, I have a huge zit on my chin, and I think it's doing a pretty good job of covering that up. Lasts very well. The shade is great for me. I tend not to use this under my eyes because it does cake a little under the eyes, but then I generally tend not to put concealer under there anyway. But if I've used concealer, this is the one that I have used, and it is 2/3 gone now at this stage. For correctors, this is the one I've used under the eyes. It's the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector in 1, which is a kind of a salmony pink colour. If I've needed coverage under the eyes, this is what I've used, and it's absolutely brilliant. Brightens it, improves the skin tone, just wonderful, and no caking. It's dewy, it's nice, it's really good, so I like that. Moving on then, eye primer. This is a no-brainer. It's the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Absolutely wonderful. I like this one because it's more opaque. Yeah, what can I say? We all know about that. That's great stuff. For the eyes, the eyeshadows, I suppose, that have kind of really hit me and made me really impressed this year. First of all, from the drugstore, Catrice. I discovered Catrice in a big way this year, and absolutely, or last year I should say, an absolutely wonderful drugstore brand that we are so lucky to have here in Ireland. And as you can see, I mean, their eyeshadows are incredible. Beautiful pigmentation, soft, blendable. Anybody I have sent these to, you know what I'm talking about. How good they are. Look at these amazing colours. The matte shades are pigmented and soft. Just to die for. Absolutely wonderful. There's an amazing sparkly black. Really, really gorgeous. And I just cannot rave enough about Catrice eyeshadows. They are fantastic. In terms of higher end stuff, what I have enjoyed very much this year have been my Makeup Atelier eyeshadows. I'll just show you a couple that I have just in pots here. These eyeshadows are beautiful, certainly comparable to MAC, and in fact superior to MAC in many, many cases. Again, just gorgeous colours, soft and just very beautiful. The shades are quite different. They're unusual. They're, you know, some of them are quite unique. Absolutely love those eyeshadows, and so that's Makeup Atelier. Hard to get hold of. You can order them online. We are fortunate enough to have a Makeup Atelier shop in Dublin, which is wonderful, and so I'll give them a little plug. I'll leave a link to their web shop below if I can find it. Too Faced. I was never really into Too Faced before, and then I was lucky enough to be sent the matte eye palette by my friend Deb. Hi Deb. She sent this to me and I fell in love with this palette. Absolutely gorgeous, all matte shades, really beautiful. So she sent me this. Then I discovered that my local Boots was selling Too Faced products, and they had started selling Too Faced, which is amazing. So I bought the Naked Eye palette as well, and this is just fantastic. It's just so gorgeous. So that was one of my favourite purchases this year. Was just discovering Too Faced and how nice their products are. So that was that. Urban Decay Naked 2. I know there's a lot of kind of humming and hawing about the Naked palette and Naked 2 palette, and is it worth having this? To me, I know the shades can seem quite similar when you look at the two of them side by side, but there's something a little bit more wearable about this palette to me. I love this shade, of course. This one here is called Tease. It's beautiful, lovely contour colour. I love this matte black, absolutely gorgeous colour here, busted. It's just the sort of colour that I really adore. It's kind of a muted aubergine brown. I find this a more wearable palette, and I've reached for this a lot more than the Naked palette. So that's going into my favourites for the year. Excuse me. Last but not least, or second last but not least for eyes, Chanel. These Ombre d'Illusion Illusion d'Ombre are absolutely incredible eyeshadows. This is the shade 83 Illusoire, and it is a gorgeous purpley taupe colour. What I love about these is that they can be sheer, they can be intense. You get a lot of shimmer and sparkle, which you can blend out. They're great as a base under powder eyeshadow. They're just fantastic, and I've used this quite a bit and I absolutely love it. This was my go-to party eyeshadow for Christmas and New Year, and I loved wearing it. I just felt so glam when I wore it. I also have it in this shade here, which is Ébloui, which is shade 86, and it's a gorgeous reddish brown colour. So I love those. They were great. MAC came out with some new paint pots this year as well. or last year I should say, in their Posh Paradise collection, and I fell hook, line and sinker for the colours in that collection. I thought they were just beautiful, and they just, you know, there were just some colours that I had been wishing for so long. I wished for, you know, eyeshadow bases in these colours that I could use, and MAC came along and answered my prayers. I'm just going to show you two my favourite ones. This is Hyperviolet, which is just a deep, deep dark grape colour, and this one is Idyllic, which is just amazing. It's just a lovely reddish brown with some shimmer in it. So the MAC Posh Paradise collection was just right up my street, and I was delighted with those new paint pots. Mascara wise, these are the mascaras that I have discovered this year, and I've only actually got them in little sample sizes, but to me they were the best I tried all year long, and they were Clinique. This high impact mascara is absolutely brilliant. It's just does everything you want it to do, and I absolutely can't fault it. I love it. So that's high impact. For long lasting, now also the Clinique Lash Power Mascara, which I don't actually have a sample of here, but I do have it. And the Lash Power is like a long-lasting version of high impact, with a little bit more volumization, if you like, thrown in, which is really amazing. So Clinique mascaras, absolutely like top notch for last year. For blush, I'm not mentioning eyeliners because I used so many eyeliners this year, and nothing stands out that blew me away. Yeah, I've used so many, so I'm going to leave that out. I just can't make up my mind about that. For blush, my favourite blush of the year is this one here, and this is thanks to my friend Daisy Nation. And hi Daisy, I love you. Happy New Year to you. This is Dainty Doll blush in 03, and it is the most subtle, amazing blush ever. I just love it. If you're pale skinned, it's just fantastic. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, which is barely perceptible. Makes it excellent for contouring. It's just beautiful, and I am using that a lot, and have used it a lot since I got it last year. I love it. Another brand that I really loved this year was the Milani Baked Blush, and I have had a few of these sent to me by good friends, and I have ordered a couple as well online. Absolutely love them. Gorgeous baked blushes. These are every bit as good as your mineralized blush, better actually. The shades are fantastic. These are my two favorites. This is 05 Luminoso, which is a lovely, very good for my skin tone, works well for me. It's a kind of a peachy pink color, and it's very subtle shimmer. And another one that I absolutely love is this one here, Fantastico Mauve, which is beautiful, just under the cheekbones, brought up a little. It's just gorgeous. So yay, I love that. Lip products, absolutely, again, Catrice blew my mind this year with their lipsticks. They have such a gorgeous formula. I have got tons of high-end, well, I've got a lot of high-end lipsticks, a lot of MAC lipsticks, a lot of Chanel, all those other brands. And you know what? They just can't compare, for me, in terms of value for money and what you get with the Catrice lipsticks. This is my favourite one of the year. It's called Simply Rosewood, and I've sent this to anyone and everyone who I can think of because I love it so much. And it's the most gorgeous colour. It's so wearable and beautiful, and that is to me the perfect lipstick, and I love it. So full marks to Catrice. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the eyes section, because as usual I usually have about 20 million eyeshadows to talk about, NARS eyeshadows. I hadn't bought a NARS eyeshadow for quite a while. I think Ashes to Ashes was the last one I bought, and that may have been about a year and a half ago. But I just got into a little thing of looking and drooling over the NARS I'm still making horrible noise here, I'm sorry, drooling over the NARS counter, and eventually I dived in and I did buy some. And I had forgotten how wonderful their products are, how wonderful their eyeshadows are. Two duos that I just want to show you and share with you that I absolutely love. One is Tokyo, and Tokyo is a dirty mauve colour, dirty sort of lilac, and here we have a sort of a very subtle creamy white. Absolutely gorgeous, and when spring comes, watch out, I will be wearing that. This one I really love. This is Bruce, and again a gorgeous, really unusual combination of this lovely brown and this lovely aubergine colour, and there they are there. I love the colour combinations. They're so different, they're unusual, they're things that colours you mightn't think of pairing yourself, but when you put them on they are absolutely infallible, and I absolutely love them. So NARS has made a big comeback for me this year. For brows, there is only one product for brows as far as I'm concerned, and that is the Blink Eyebrow Mousse, which I use all the time. I don't really use anything else. This is in light brunette. Perfect, even though my eyebrows are pretty dark. This gives me just the definition I need and fills in any gaps, and it lasts all day. It will hold your brows in place from morning till night, and it is wonderful. So if you can get your hands on that, I would definitely urge you to try it out. Okay, so lipstick. Yeah, is there any other lipstick? No other lipstick really that stands out for me. Brushes. Probably the best brushes I invested in last year were my Glamcore Professional brushes. I bought a set of 5 because they were on sale. These are the face brushes, and they are really unique and they are really wonderful. This is I believe, the finishing brush. Now I know Coastal Scents makes one a bit like this, but I don't know what that one is like. This is the best foundation brush in history as far as I'm concerned. It's also wonderful for things like MSF Natural, buffing out bronzer or blush. Absolutely great. This one here is the buffer. This looks a little bit like that little Sonia Kashuk foundation brush, but it's softer, and it's just much softer and very dense, and it's a fantastic brush. And this one here, this contour brush, I don't really use it as a contour brush. I use it for applying foundation, or for applying, I will use it sometimes for contouring with cream products, but it's just wonderful. It's very dense, round, domed brush. So Glamcore, absolutely brilliant. And my favourite eye brushes of the year were Sonia Kashuk. Again, these were very kindly sent to me by friends from overseas because we can't get them here. These two are my particular favourites. This is just a very nice round kind of crease brush, and this one here then is a lovely blending brush. They are just brilliant. So thank you for bearing with me. This has been a very long and very overdue video, and I think I've got some black eyeshadow on my head, which is fetching. Thanks for watching, guys. It's great to be able to share all my new discoveries with you for the year. When I look back on it, there's so many things that I found that I really loved. So that's really it. Monthly favourites, I really don't think I need to do a monthly favourites because I actually discovered quite a lot of this stuff quite late in the year, so it would sort of count as that. So my next video, I'm not sure what that's going to be, but it'll be something anyway. So I have personally messaged the 2 competition winners, and neither of them have gotten back to me yet. So I think after the end of this week I might just pick 2 different people and message them. So that giveaway is still up and running. So I certainly will have another go at that, I think, later on, maybe early next week, because otherwise that stuff is just going to sit there and it's waiting to be sent away. So that's an update on that. And so take care, everybody. I hope you are all happy and well, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye bye.